this video, we're going to be looking at solving an equation using nth roots. So to solve an equation in the form u raised to the n power, where u is just any algebraic expression, equals d, what we're going to do is we're going to take the nth root of each side. So I want to find all of the real solutions. Number one, I have 4x to the fifth is equal to 128. I want to get x by itself. There's that 4 that's being multiplied out in front. So my first step is to go ahead and divide both sides by 4. And so I get x to the fifth is equal to 32. And now to get rid of that fifth power, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the fifth root from both sides. So I'm going to take the fifth root. Now, this next step, you have a couple of different ways to figure that out. First, you could just recognize in your head that 2 raised to the fifth power gets me 32, so I get x equals 2. Another way you can think about that is that this is the same thing as 32 raised to the 1/5 power. And so if I go over to Desmos right here, I can type in 32 a raised to the b and type in 1 divided by 5, and I get my answer too. Either way is fine. Okay, this next one I have x minus 3 raised to the 4th power is equal to 21. So first step is I want to get rid of that 4th power, so I can take the 4th root of each side. And so when I take the 4th root of x minus 3 to the 4th, I end up with just x minus 3 is equal to 4th root of 21. That's not going to end up being an integer, and so I'm just going to write that in as 4th root of 21. Here you need to be careful since I am taking an even root. This is going to be plus or minus the 4th root of 21, just like when we had square roots. Next, I want to add 3 to both sides. And now I'm going to have two different answers. So first I need to take 3 plus the 4th root of 21, and then I need to take 3 minus the 4th root of 21. Let's make that index a little bit more obvious. And remember, 4th root of 21, that's the same thing as 21 raised to the 1/4. And so going back over to Desmos, I'm going to do that first one first. So I have 3 plus 21, pick that a raised to the b button, and then 1 divided by 4. And rounding that, I get 5.14. And then changing that plus to minus, I get 0.86. So I can say x is approximately 0.86 or 5.14. Okay, looking at this last one, I have 1/2 x to the fifth is equal to 5/12. So first I want to get rid of that 1/2. To get rid of that 1/2, I can multiply both sides by 2. And so when I do that, I get x to the fifth is equal to 1024. And then I want to take the 5th root of both sides. Another way that you can do this, before I was using that radical sign, another way you can think about it is I'm raising each side to the 1/5 power. Here, 5 times 1/5 gets me 1. X to the first is just x. I end up with x is equal to, here, I again type that in, so I have 1024 raised to the 1 divided by 5. And I get my answer of 4. Here I don't have a plus or minus 4 because my index is odd, and equals 5 is odd, so I just have my one answer. I had two answers for number 2 because my index 4 was even.